you doing tonight? Good, I hope. I hope all is well in your world. So, I thought it would be interesting to talk about words. I know sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't know how true that is. I can make someone cry with words. Anyway, I think it's very interesting for folks that are here where English is a second language, and some of the complexities and oddness that are associated with English are amusing to me. Probably frustrations for others, but I find them amusing, so I thought I'd pick a few words and share them with you. Check this out. Okay, first up, what word do you see? Do you see? Do you see live? I want to live. Or do you see live? Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Right? Next. What do you see? Do you see tear, as in rip it up, rip that contract up, tear it to shreds? Or do you see tear? Cry, baby, cry. I'm tearing up, it's so sad. All right, let's continue. Do you see bow? Or do you see bow? Like bow and arrow, and bow, like to bow down or to curtsy. Curtsy, if you will. Curtsy. That's a good word, curtsy. 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 Sleep. Do you see close? Or do you see close? Close as in, you're awful close to me. Can you take a step back? I have personal space. Goddamn close. Or do you see close? Can you please close the goddamn door? Were you born in a barn? No one's ever heard that. Poppies. Poppies. Remember the Wicked Witch of the West? Poppies. Poppies. Curtsy. Anyway. Do you see wind? Or do you see wind? Like wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Kansas. If you don't know who the band is, look it up. Or wind, like a clock. You know, clockworks? You gotta wind it up like a tin toy. Wind, wind. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Here's a good one. Lead. Metal. Like the lead in this water is killing our kids. Leaded gas. For you younger folks, gas used to have lead in it. It wasn't always unleaded. Or lead. I led the troops to their death. I led everybody to Disneyland. House of the Mouse. Mousekewitz. Next. Which word do you see? Do you see object? Like, that's a lovely object. What is it? Or do you see object? Your Honor, I object. This court's out of order. I object. Sustained. Right? Object, object. Here's a good one. Couple more. Just a couple. I think this is hilarious. Do you see bass, as in the fish? You know, bass fish. You know, I went bass fishing years and years ago when I was a little guy. Remember this guy, Stan Morrell? We caught some catfish, which isn't a bass. So really this story has no good reference point. But we had this catfish, and he's like, you got to be careful with catfish. And we had a small ball peen hammer, and he popped it in his head. You know what he was doing. Anyway, That's like a little violent. Anyway, bass, fish, bass. Like a bass drum, bass guitar, bass on an equalizer. Bass, bass. Our last one. Oh, it's a good one. Which word do you see? What was that? Minute or minute? Minute is a measure of time. 60 seconds is a minute. Minute is really small shit. Like minute particles on the back of a flea. Minute, minute. Anyway, those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So the next time you're making fun of or struggling because someone who has English as a second language, odds are it's your first language. If you're here, you probably don't speak any other language. So one, cut them a break, because if they speak two, they probably speak four. Understand that sometimes English is a difficult language. Just a few examples. Like a pair of pants. When you say, hand me that pair of pants, it's not two, it's just one. Right? A pair of socks. Well, a pair of socks is actually two, so that doesn't quite work. I might have busted up this whole thing. Anyway, okay. In this world, when you could be anything you want to be, you'd be kind, be humble, and you'd be forgiving. You know what? The other day I was at a party and they were playing, was it Van Halen's Jump? So I'm like, jumping around, having a good time, and then at some point they played like Twist and Shout, I think. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Twist and Shout's the Beatles. Twist again, that's not it. But anyway, twist again. So I'm doing the twist, and then a moment later, Dexter and his Midnight Rider song, "Come On Eileen" came on. Yeah, that didn't end well for me. They threw me out of that party. Anyway, be kind, be humble, be forgiving. We'll see you next time. Bye.